Okay, so this is for beef primal cuts. So there's the question number one, the cleaver. What are the tools used by butchers, and what are their uses? So the cleaver, it's for cartilage and bone, butchering on the cartilage with the cartilage and bone. There's two scimitars, large and small, both for slicing. A flexible boning knife, and then just a boning knife. It's explained in the name. Diamond steel sharpener keeps your blade sharp, keeps you safe, and you have more precise cuts. A hook, just for stabilizing the carcass, helps you with cutting and such. Steel mesh glove for protection, for you, and better grip. I'm assuming. Fat depth gauge determines fat on multiple spots on a carcass. And a marbling grater determines the quality of beef, and then there's a bone scraper. So that would be question one. So two, the 8 primal parts on the carcass. So there's the round, loin, flank, rib, plate, brisket, chuck, and shank. Some people, I guess if they're older, I believe, or is it? Some people do the chuck and shank is the same. So going through what they are, what comes out of them. So for the round, it's the backside of the animal. There's like 4 or 5 different subprimals. So top round, bottom round, eye of round, the heel, and the knuckle. Secondly, the loin. It's a high dollar section. There's 2 subprimal parts of the sirloin and the short loin. The short loin is actually longer than the sirloin, but so whoever named them, that's what they named them as. Thirdly, flank. The only thing you get out of it is the flank steak. So fourth, the prime is the rib. You get prime rib and back rib. Number 4 goes more into it. Fifth is the plate. So you get most of our ground beef comes from there, and you get about 2 skirt steaks per carcass off that. And then 6th, you get the brisket. 7th, the chuck, which is majority of weight in beef. 4/4 outer and inner shoulder is what comes out of the chuck. And then there's the shank lastly. So question number 3, loin. And that would be, I don't quite remember the question, but the answer is loin. 4th pertains to the rib. You get 8 different types of cuts from there: prime rib, ribeye, rib loin, cowboy ribeye, back ribs, boneless rib, ribeye, lip on, and tomahawk. So again, it's prime rib, ribeye, rib loin, cowboy ribeye, back ribs, boneless rib, ribeye, lip on, and tomahawk. And then 5th, which is pertaining to the chine bone. So maturity can be determined from the chine bone, and also sometimes, or not sometimes, but the marbling also can be. So maturity and marbling.